I've come out this morning to metaphorically drown my sorrows, I think you'd say. Yesterday's expedition was really an abject failure. So I've come out this morning with the replacement for the little Pixco 7.5mm lens that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. I sent it back and I've replaced it with a Samyang 7.5, and they are like chalk and cheese. So I'm hoping to get some shots down here of modern architecture in Liverpool, in the sort of financial district. At the moment I'm on the waterfront, not far from the Liver buildings and the Museum of Liverpool. The Albert Dock is to my left. Yesterday wasn't sort of completely unplanned. I knew the time of high tide at New Brighton, which is where I was. Combination of things, really. I'll let you have a look at the footage that I shot and the stills that I managed, none of which are anything to write home about. And I'll come back to you when you've watched that. In the meantime, Samyang, here I come. Hello again, everybody. This morning I've come down to New Brighton, which in its heyday, in the Victorian period, was Liverpool's answer to Blackpool and Brighton, all rolled into one, I guess you'd say. With all the facilities and amenities you'd expect for a thriving seaside resort. And it is literally just across the River Mersey, you can see over there, from Liverpool itself. I'm standing in front of Fort Perch Rock, which is a Napoleonic era coastal defence fort. The building you can see up on top of this tower dates from the Second World War, when I believe it was a radar station. I'd come down here specifically with regard to trying to get one particular image. So we'll just walk around the other side of the fort and I'll show you what I'm hoping to do. The fort itself isn't open to the public at the moment. I've just had a cup of coffee in the cafe. But it's privately owned, the fort, along with the subject of my photograph today. So here we are. I'm at the sort of northwest side of the fort, and I've come down to try and get an image of Perch Rock Lighthouse, which you can see over there. I'm hoping for some stronger winds with some decent onshore waves crashing. Don't know whether I'm going to get them today. High tide is due in about an hour and a half's time. So we'll see how we get on. Hello there. So I'm just coming down to the breakwater and I'll set up. Probably for the first time ever, who knows, it might be the last time, you're seeing me with a tripod. How's that? Well, here you are, you can see my sort of setup. I've got the 12 to 50 lens on the camera. I'm shooting portrait format and I'm hoping to get the little sort of inlet in the foreground which leads through up into the lighthouse itself. So I'm going to take a couple of shots now unfiltered and I'll bracket them, and then I'm going to try one with a 10-stop filter on as well, see if we can blur out those waves. Well, I got the wind that I was looking for, which is onshore. I've taken several images now. I'm not quite sure what the heck they're going to look like when I get them back. I'm going to try one other composition quickly, and I will need to be quick on the top of the breakwater here. I was down here by this rock, which is now practically all covered. So the tide has come in really quite quickly. So we'll relocate and try another shot. I've just taken one from up here. Just let me sling this bag around my back. There we go. So I'm having to beat a fairly hasty retreat now because, as you can see, the waves are starting to come over the breakwater. It would be really good on a nice stormy winter's day, but I may come back with the tripod, who knows, and try it again during the winter time. I'm concerned I've got my shadow in most of these shots from up here, but as I say, we'll take a look when we get back, but right now it's time for me to beat a fairly hasty retreat, I think. Maybe go and get another cup of coffee in the cafe. The building behind me, over my left shoulder here, the red and cream brick striped building, was the headquarters of the White Star Line, which of course will forever be linked to the Titanic. Yesterday wasn't, as I say, unplanned. I knew the time of high tide. It looked like it was going to stay dry. So it was just a case of getting down there at the right time. I arrived in with about an hour and a half to go before high tide. I knew the subject, and if you look online, there are some stunning images of Perch Rock Lighthouse. Sadly, I didn't manage to get any. So, from a personal point of view, I call it a failure. An epic fail. It's probably one of the reasons why I don't class myself as a landscape photographer, to be honest with you. I was guilty of being too rushed. I was guilty about not thinking, for example, about my shadow being in a lot of the images. And I should have known, really, when you leave the house and your friends and neighbours say, "Oh, it's a great day for photography, Alan," you know, really, that's not a good sign. It was a good day for a walk, but it wasn't such a good day for photography. Hardly a cloud in the sky, very harsh sunlight, and although there was an onshore breeze, it didn't really whip the waves up in the way that I was hoping. Anyway, I think that's enough waffling for me. The review of the Samyang will be coming up in the next video. So for now, you know what I'm going to say. Take care, all of you. Stay safe. Enjoy your photography. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.